Year-end list season is fully with us now, and one of the big boys, one of the biggest boys around, Pitchfork, have dropped their best songs of the year list. I'm going to have a look through the top 10, give you a first reaction to the top 10 songs according to Pitchfork of 2023. Let's go. Kicking things off with Earl's Sweatshirt, which I did not see coming. I didn't think this would be so high up. We're looking at the rest of the list. There's been some pretty interesting picks on Pitchfork across their entire top 100. And yeah, I just didn't see this one coming. I do think it's a good track, and I do think it's the best song that Earl's Sweatshirt released this year for sure. But yeah, I didn't really expect to see it so high up. Wow, this in the top 10 too? Are we sure about this one? I think it's a pretty decent track, but yeah, I don't know, man. I can't believe this is top 10. I just feel like once you get to the chorus with the rush, it just sounds like something that would be on FIFA. And I'm a FIFA fan. I'm a FIFA soundtrack fan. But I just don't think it quite works as a chorus for this track. The juxtaposition between the verses of the chorus are just a little awkward to me. This track right here is such a tune, man. Like, New Jeans have got to be one of the best up-and-coming newcomers of the K-pop world by far. Like, these guys have really stepped things up in the world of K-pop because this EP is so good. I was surprised at how much I liked it because I thought it would get really like too sugary and too sweet the whole way through. I thought it would just get a little bit much with the really like sweet choruses and instrumentals, but it actually works really well, and this is such a good track. Publications have got to stop this, man. They're cheating. This wasn't a song from this year, and let's stop pretending that albums that come out in December count towards the next list. Because it doesn't. You're not allowed to do it. You missed the boat. You missed it. You didn't include it in the 2022 one. You're not allowed to include it next year. You're cheating. Rolling Stone tried doing it as well. And if I'm being honest, I don't see the vision either. I don't get what's so good about this song. So there you go, a bit of a hot take. Okay, yeah, definitely one of my favourite tracks from the Olivia Rodrigo album. Would I have anything from here in my top 5 of the year, though? Is there a top 5 song of the year from Guts? I don't think so, to be honest with you. I really like Pretty Isn't Pretty, and that'll be on my list, but I don't think it makes it top 5. I think that's going a little overboard. Oh, what a stunner, though. Just what an absolute beautiful, harrowing track that Sufjan just manages to make perfect every single time. Just unbelievably good, this one. Yeah, I cannot argue with this being in top 3. Oh wow, this is high. I didn't think this would be top 2, but I'm not really mad at it. I don't think I'd have it this high on mine at all, though. I think Rolling Stone also had it really high, so I think Publications are absolutely gushing over this track. I'm all for it. I think it's a great popular track from this year. I think it, for both artists, Pink Panthers and Ice Spice, without each other, they wouldn't have catapulted to where they are now without this song. So I think it's very important for both of them. It's a great tune. It's something that I was worried would get old as the months went by, but I still play this track and enjoy it just the same as I did when I first heard it. I think it's a great track, just really high up for me, but still good. Of course, this is Song of the Year. Yeah, I should have seen this coming. I didn't know for some reason. I do like the track. I really do. It's, of course, Grammy nominated as well. And, of course, I wouldn't even be surprised if it even won some Grammys. And I also wouldn't be surprised if Pitchfork called this Album of the Year, too. I could see them doing the two-peat for Lana here. I do like it. I do like the structure of the track. I do think the lyrics have an interesting narrative going through them. It is cool. I just don't know. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't even think this would be my top 50 songs. So there you go. If you don't want to watch my top 50 songs now because I've said that, that is absolutely fine. Yesterday I reacted to the top 10 songs that Pitchfork put in their list. This time I'm going to be looking at the top 10 albums. I did predict Lana Del Rey would win the album of the year from them. It does turn out I'm wrong, and it is actually at number 11, so we're already starting at a loss, but let's just go and hopefully we get some wins. Okay, this is pretty cool to see at number 10. I did think that this was a really interesting album from this year. Yule is a really creative artist that is doing some really odd and bizarre things, but I do respect it. Oh yes, we love to see it. We love to see it. This is one of the most stark and harrowing and beautiful albums of the year, and Noni and the Johnsons absolutely nailed this one. A little surprised this is as high as it is actually, but I forget how much Pitchfork like Fever Ray and The Knife generally. But yeah, this was definitely a return to form for Fever Ray. I thought the album back in like 2017 was kind of just okay, but this was definitely very good. Oh yes, this is a big one for me. I absolutely love this album. I love the way that Sufjan is still committing to like his typical sound, but he always manages to make it feel unique every single time. It's a beauty. Okay, this is looking like it's going to be their rap album of the year, which I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. I just think Billy Woods at this point is putting out a lot of music. He's putting out a lot of music, and the fans just eat it up every time. I think you got to slow down a little bit, Billy, because a lot of these albums are starting to sound quite similar to one another. I love how the formatting's just ended up putting you right over there in the corner on its own. But yeah, I love this album. This was easily one of the albums of the year for me as well. Can absolutely see why this would be number 2. Although I wouldn't be surprised like if they did call this album of the year. It would absolutely make sense for them to do so. Similar with Lana though, I did think like one of those two could have easily been album of the year. But it turns out the album of the year is a 2022 album. Oh, look, I get it. Publications do their lists mega early, and by the time they've put theirs out, some albums come out after, yada yada yada, but it just feels a little disappointing to have a 2022 album labelled as the album of the year for the year after. I just think it's a little cheaty, to be honest. I also don't think I get what everyone sees in this album. I like SZA as an artist. I think Control was good as well. I think this album's okay. But I don't know, album of the year, I don't really get it. I don't see it, to be honest, man. It was fine. It was okay. There's more R&B out there that's more interesting to me.